Hello friends, welcome to our channel Mechanical Motivator. In this video, we're going to see multiple choice question on dynamics of motion. Topics are partial balancing of locomotives, variation of tractive forces, variation of swaying couple. First, we will be seeing regarding the partial balancing of locomotives. So first thing is the reciprocating parts are only partially balanced, so we won't be able to completely balance them. So due to this partial balancing of reciprocating masses or reciprocating parts, there is an unbalanced primary force along the line of stroke. And next one will be partial balancing results in generation of unbalanced force acting along the line of stroke and in direction perpendicular to the line of stroke. So the answer would be false because here they have given along the line of stroke. So answer is perpendicular to the line of stroke. And third one will be the major effect of an unbalanced primary force along the line of stroke is to produce a swaying couple and change in tractive force along the line of stroke. So next one is the effect of an unbalanced primary force along the line of stroke is to produce only swaying couple and variation in tractive force along the line of stroke. The effect of an unbalanced primary force will be perpendicular to the line of stroke is to produce variation in pressure on the rails. The next is the effect of an unbalanced primary force is perpendicular to the line of stroke is to produce variation in pressure on the rails. So this will be resulting in a hammering action on the rails. So now we're going to see regarding hammering action, the maximum magnitude of an unbalanced force along the perpendicular to the line of stroke of the rails is the hammering action caused by the variation in the pressure on the rails. Due to this, the unbalanced forces will be generated. And now we're going to see regarding hammer blow. So hammer blow normally it's defined as maximum magnitude of the unbalanced force along the perpendicular to the line of action of the stroke. So it's perpendicular to the line of stroke. Its effect can be seen as the hammering effect on the rails. So automatically it's not along the stroke, it's perpendicular to the line of stroke. Now we're going to see multiple choice question from variation of tractive forces. So now we're going to see what is actually tractive force like that. We will be seeing few more MCQs. So the resultant unbalanced force due to the two cylinders along the line of stroke is known as tractive force. The value of tractive force depends on the angle of the crank. So next one will be tractive force is produced due to the unbalanced force along the line of stroke. Just now we saw, right? But here they have given us perpendicular. So obviously it's false. And the value also depends on the angle of the crank we just now saw. And next one. The tractive force is maximum. They are asking the maximum value, right? So tractive force is maximum when cos theta minus sin theta is maximum. So differentiating it with respect to theta, we'll be getting tan theta will be equal to -1, and the maximum value will be occurring at either 135. Either it's 135 or else it's 315. So either it will be occurring in 135 degree or 315 degree only. So next question is the reason is same. The tractive force is minimum. So the tractive force will be minimum when cos theta minus sin theta is minimum. Whenever they are minimum, the tractive forces will be value will be minimum. So differentiating it with respect to theta, will be getting tan theta will be equal to -1. So angle, the minimum value will be either 135 or 315. So answer is 315 degree. So now we're going to see few more problems. So here they're asking us to find the maximum value of tractive force in terms of Newton. So they're given the mass as 100 kg, omega as 300 rpm, and actually it's omega they have given in terms of rpm, right? So yeah, so it's actually radians per second, I think. So it's not rpm. So omega should be in radian. Only we will be writing speed in terms of rpm. It's if it's omega means it's radian per second, and they have given the radius and also the reciprocating fraction of reciprocating parts. So formula is plus root 2 1 minus c m omega square. It's not omega into root, it's omega square r. So substitute all the value, mass value you know, omega you know, r value you know, and c fraction they have given. So finally you'll be getting 6978. So same the formula will be same. Only thing is they will be asking here, they will be asking they are asking us to find the variation in tractive force. They are asking variation mean it's plus or minus. So formula will be plus or minus root 2 1 minus c m omega square r. So once you substitute all the values, you'll be getting 13956 Newton. So next question they will be asking the minimum value. So maximum means it's plus. You will be putting the formula as plus. If they are asking minimum value means the formula will be minus root 2 1 minus c m omega square r. So once you substitute all the values means you will be getting the answer. So answer would be minus 6978. So 15th question. So next one is tractive force attains maximum or minimum value when crank angle is 90 degree. So obviously it's false, right? So we know very well it's maximum or minimum when we get the expression cos theta minus 1. So cos theta minus 1, cos theta minus sin theta will be maximum or minimum. Differentiating will be getting tan theta equal to minus 1. So angle will be 135 or 315 degree. So now we're going to see multiple choice question from variation of swaying couple. So this is also a easy concept. So few things might also repeat. Whatever we saw previous, sometimes it might repeat. So the first question is the unbalanced forces along the line of stroke for the two cylinder constitute a couple about the center line between the cylinder. This couple is known as a swaying couple, and it also results in a swaying effect. And next question. So next is this couple has swaying effect about vertical axis only. Here they are given horizontal axis, right? So it's strong. It's actually vertical axis. The thing is, it will be having swaying effect about the vertical axis and tends to sway the engine alternatively in clockwise and anti-clockwise direction. So about the horizontal axis, there will be no swaying effect observed. So next is a couple having swaying effect about a vertical axis and has a tendency to sway the engine alternately in clockwise and anti-clockwise direction. So this is known as a swaying couple. So just now we saw the definition of it also. So next question is, so swaying couple. So when will swaying couple will be maximum? Yeah. When will the swaying couple value will be maximum? When cos theta plus sin theta value maximum, at that point swaying couple value is maximum. And differentiating will be getting tan theta equal to 1, and we will be getting theta as 45 degree or 225 degree. So 45 is the answer. And next is same. We just now saw the reason. So theta will be either 45 or 225. So for this question, the answer will be 225. And next question is the swaying couple attains a maximum or minimum when the angle is 45 degree. So obviously it's true, because the swaying couple will be maximum or minimum when sin theta plus cos theta is maximum or minimum. So differentiating will be getting tan theta equal to 1, and finally theta will be either 45 degree or 225 degree. So answer is true. Please do subscribe to my channel Mechanical Motivator and press the bell icon. Then only you'll be getting all the videos which I upload. And also you can also, if you feel it's very useful, means you share with your friends. Thanks for watching this video and have a great day.